excited about this. Yeah, so today, hey, how you doing? Hey, so it's your girl Queen T, and welcome to Tense Tuesdays. I would love to share 5 minutes about how much time it took me to get this live set up. I'm telling you, like it just was like it didn't want to be. Hey, Chucky, that's my brother, y'all. He's tuning in as well. So I have Instagram Live and I have YouTube Live. And if you've been a subscriber or a follower of my Tense Tuesdays channel, you know that I've been having issues for almost a month with uploading videos to my YouTube. And it's been a struggle. So I started like going live on Instagram, but it's all worked out because my mentors are literally telling me, T, you need to go live on Instagram more often so people can see you live in effect, so people can know that you're a real person and people can know, they can be able to ask you questions up front instead of you coming back to them later. So again, my name is Queen T. This is my channel, Tense Tuesdays. And I'm just really, really excited that my YouTube is up and running. It's been a long road. It's good to talk to y'all again. And I definitely wanted to come on here. I know that I'm usually a blabber and I talk a lot, but I promise I have a word today. It's going to be short, quick, and to the point because I like to be transparent. I like to be authentic. I don't like to waste your time. I want you to know that I have a word for you, and it's something that I hope that encourages you. So a little bit about me. I am one of the co-founders of MSCOC, also known as my sister Circle of Christ. And we just launched our app. You can download it at the Google Play Store or the Apple Store immediately for free. Make sure you subscribe to the Royal Court community. That is something completely separate from just signing up with your email. If you download the app, you'll see information that says enter the Royal Court, and just follow to see what comes available with that. Yes, I'm really excited. Let's talk about this. So today I want to talk about battling anxiety. Battling anxieties, y'all. And I have to be transparent because my biggest thing is I don't like to listen to people if they haven't been through anything. When people haven't been through anything, it's really hard to relate to them. And it's kind of just like, how can I take it from the horse's mouth, you telling me what it's like to be a cow, if that makes sense. But I am a person, and my business partner, Anastasia, we talk a lot about things that we've been through. Yes, we created my sister Circle of Christ, but in creating my sister Circle of Christ, when people hear Christ's name, they get scared. They think we're holy, holy. They think all we want to do is talk about church. But my sister Circle of Christ is far from churchy. We are transparent, authentic women. We tell you about real stories. We talk to you about what it's like to go through a relationship, what it's like to go through a breakup, what it's like to be going around and having sex with people you ain't got no business having sex with. We talk to you about abortions. We talk to you about loss, grief. We talk to you about struggling with sex addiction. We talk to you about struggling with pornography addiction, masturbation. We talk, we're a real authentic ministry, because the thing about women, people think that women can't deal with these things. And when we verbalize that we're struggling with these things, we get condemned a lot, especially in the church. So I think that just calling it MSCOC just draws in women in general to let them know that we find God in our pain. We find God in our struggles. We are able to grow and figure out our purpose through our pain. So you shouldn't be ashamed of your pain. And my biggest thing being Queen T is I try to teach women to not wait in pain, but walk in purpose. That is going to be my term, not wait in pain, but walk in purpose. And today I want to talk to you about battling anxiety. And I'm really excited. I have the Instagram Live and I have the YouTube Live. So hopefully this YouTube Live should solve my problems that I've been having with uploading my YouTube videos. All right. So with anxiety, last night I was just under attack. It was bad. It had to have lasted for about 30 minutes. And that's pretty good for me, because I'm a person, once a thought is like, well, I was a person, once a thought is introduced into my mind, I kind of like go back and forth with it for hours. Hours turn into days. Days can turn into weeks. Weeks can turn into a month. And I'm telling you, I can just feel so sluggish over one thought that allowed multiple thoughts to multiply in my mind. And the thought was, I am in a season of singleness, whether or not people think that that's possible for a woman to do, because when I tell men that, they're just like, well, what woman wants to be single? And it's just like, okay, well, let me show you. It's not that I want to be single. It's that I know what I want. And in knowing what I want, I have to be serious about it. So I have to allow God to show me what I want. And by him showing me things, it's helping me get a closer and clearer relationship with him. So when he's telling me things and showing me things, I know exactly what he's telling me. So when a person is telling me one thing and it rubs me the wrong way, I can turn to God and I can say, well, God, what do you think about this? And he can tell me that it's not for me. He could tell me that it sounds good for me. He could tell me to pursue it. He could tell me to subdue it, just walk away from it. So that was my whole thing of getting out of the relationships, getting out of the engagements, and just really truly learning to pursue God and to get in a hold of this. I had an issue with sex. It was hard for me to understand what men were saying to me when I had a sexual soul tied to them or I had an attraction to them. I couldn't really hear them clearly. I couldn't really hear God clearly. And it wasn't even about hearing them. It was about hearing God. And just knowing that from pulling out of those relationships, I just had this transformation, a peace of mind that I'm just so grateful to God for. So that's how I know that I was under attack yesterday, dealing with anxiety. And the attack was about, I've just been seeing so many blessings on my timeline, and I love to celebrate other people. I really do. When you see women getting engaged, when you see women having babies, when you see people traveling, when you see people buying new homes, when you see people graduating with their PhDs and going to law school, getting their law, getting the actual license to practice law. Like my timeline has just been filled with so many blessings. And like, I'm just at this place where I'm like, man, like I'm tapping into that blessing. I'm like, God, thank you for doing it for them. Because if you can do it for them, you can do it for me, Jesus. And like, I will comment hearts on a person I don't even know, congratulating people I don't even know, because that's what it's all about. You want to show the enemy that type of stuff doesn't bother you, because you can want things and still be happy for other people. When you look at it in a way that you're like, God, why is it happening for other people and not happening for me? That pulls you into a depression, and that starts to make you think that things are wrong with you. So yesterday, I actually went to sleep really early, and I woke up because I felt really thirsty and dehydrated. I'm not good with drinking water, y'all. So I felt really thirsty and dehydrated. Y'all know the temperature been like 90 plus degrees. I just got back from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, my family reunion. So I was just tired, dehydrated, and I just needed some sleep. I needed peace of mind. So as I woke up in the middle of the night to go get some water, I came back to my bed and it was hard for me to go to sleep. So what I do, like what most millennials do, I picked up my phone. I started scrolling through Instagram. I started just, liking people's stuff. And I lied to y'all not. Every post on my timeline yesterday was about weddings. Like it was just, and I don't even think it was people I know. I think it was advertisements. And I don't know if y'all realize this, but a lot of the posts that you like, they will start to Instagram and Facebook get really smart. And they starts to, hey girl, hey, thanks for showing love, y'all. Hey, thank you so much, Dewan, Jasmine, and Lady J. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. But Instagram, when you like stuff on Facebook and Instagram, it starts to advertise that stuff. Like, don't you know when you have a thought about something like, man, like I sure could go for a pair of shoes. And then like you see like some good looking shoes or something that you were looking at on your Instagram and Facebook, it get really scary. So last night, I'm telling you, like 1 a.m, man, like I woke up thirsty. I thought I was going back to sleep. I get on Instagram thinking Instagram about to help me go back to sleep. And Instagram is trying to attack me right now. Because yes, I'm happy that people are getting married, but it was just overload with the advertisements about marriages. It was talking about destination marriages. It was talking about wearing shoes, bridesmaids gowns. It was just way too much, girl. Way too much. Yes, Jasmine, they do be watching us. Like it just be really scary. So the biggest thing about me is people don't know this, and I say it all the time because I'm getting to a place where I'm not ashamed of it. People need to know about it because it's something that bothered me. I was engaged 3 times to 3 different men. I don't talk about the third one much at all. But I do have a book that's dropping this fall, y'all. It's called 3 Rings and a Promise. And my ebook is actually free. It should be coming out in the next few days. It's called 7 Things to Not Do When You Want the Ring. So I'm a person that know how to get the ring. So y'all need to hear me. People be like, how did you get one? And I be like, just chill, just calm down. Like, you don't want to get the ring out the way I got the rings because none of the rings stayed. I walked away from some of the rings as well as one of the rings walked away from me. So I'm just not the person whose trend you want to follow. However, if I was walking in a manner that wasn't acting desperate for the ring, maybe one of the rings would have stayed. But I do know that the men that I said yes to, those were men. They were good men, but they weren't the right men for me. So that's what I wanted to be known. My book isn't about bashing these men. My book isn't going to be about saying like how they're such a horrible person, because ladies, we date men and we try to say like, oh, he's so horrible, and we dog him to our friends, we dog him on social media. But at the same time, there was a purpose for us to pour some fruit into these men or plant some seeds in their lives. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to reap that fruit when it grows. Another female is going to reap that fruit, and he might be a really great husband for that other female. So I don't want to come off and make it seem like I'm bashing my exes and my exes are just horrible men. I did some horrible things as well that I'm going to be talking about in the books. And the books isn't just about the 3 rings. It's about the situationships and things like that. I'm not going to give y'all too much about it, but I want y'all to definitely be on the lookout for it. But yes, like I was under attack last night, and it was just overload on my Instagram, man. So like I was liking stuff, I was commenting, and I was like, yes, beautiful, I love it. Da-da-da. I promise it was coming from a good place. So when I put the phone down and I tried to go to sleep, thoughts kept coming in my head. Thoughts were coming in my head, basically telling me that I'm never going to get that. All I'm going to do is continue to just like what everybody else has and just have to stand on the outside and wait for it to come to me. I'm like tossing and turning. I'm starting to sweat. I don't like sweating when I'm sleeping. So now I'm kicking the covers off and everything's my back hurting, my neck hurting. I just can't get right. So I just was like, man, like what is going on with me? Like, I've been actually literally enjoying my singleness. Like I've been traveling, I've been writing, I've been putting together some things to help women. This ministry, my sister Circle of Christ, I swear y'all, like it makes me feel so good. Like this isn't pretend. So I don't know where these thoughts were coming from. And I'm just like, man, like I don't even believe any of it. So like, why is it trying to convince me right now that this stuff is true, telling me that like I'm never going to get what my heart truly desires? All I'm going to do is be a bystander or be a bridesmaid. Just telling me all these things. And I'm just like, I'm like, God, this ain't true. Like something is off about this. And I know it's not true. So what I ended up doing is I picked my phone back up and I thought I was going to Instagram. But then like I looked at my phone, and if y'all don't know, make sure you download the My Sister Circle of Christ app. It's MSCOC. It's a free app, y'all. Free app, free materials. But if you want additional materials, make sure you subscribe to that Royal Court Sisterhood. I promise you will not regret it. I went to the MSCOC app. This is a product that Anastasia and I have been working very, very hard on for a few months now. I opened that app up within 30 minutes. Matter of fact, no, within 15 minutes, because I'll say that I was battling back and forth with myself for about 15, 20 minutes until I couldn't take it no more. I picked that app up, I opened it, and I just started plugging into this app. Ladies, if you battling with depression, anxiety, extreme stress, as women, the world, society tries to make it seem like it's a problem when we're battling with things. Like, we're supposed to always be perfect. We're supposed to always be pretty. We're supposed to always talk a certain way. We're supposed to always look a certain way. We know that that's not real, because when we come home, we want to be vulnerable. And it's really hard for a woman to be vulnerable. They always say that a lot of women like when they have men by their side, because they can be vulnerable and just unload. But when you're a single woman, who do you unload to? Like, who do you unload to? It's hard to figure out who to unload your stress and put it on. You can't go talking to people about it, because they make us feel bad as women that we're dealing with these things, and it's not fair. So MSCOC app, I went in that app, y'all. Anastasia and I have a Bible in there. It is the New International Version. And if you don't know about the New International Version, it's definitely just speaks to our generation. It's a clear version other than King James. It's something that you can definitely just be able to understand immediately. I opened that Bible, and you know what? God told me, he said, Tarjay, go to Philippians 4. Boom. I was like, okay, God, I'm going to go to Philippians 4. And let me tell you what Philippians 4 said. And I'm going to start at Philippians 4:4. It says, always be full of joy in the Lord. I say it again, rejoice. Let everyone see that you are considerate in all you do. Remember, the Lord is coming soon. So considerate in all I do. I was taking that as this app that I've been putting work into with Anastasia, these books that I've been working on, all of my writings that I'm coming out with, and some future opportunities that I have with events for MSCOC. I really love doing this, because it's not about just getting fame. It's not about just people hyping me out. It's about people telling me that this helped me. This helped me feel as though I can have an outlet, and I don't have to feel guilty about the things that I've done in my past. It's helping me realize that my pain has a purpose, and I'm committed to figuring out what that purpose is. So then he told me to take it a step further. He told me to read on, starting at Philippians 4:6. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God your needs, and don't forget to thank him for all he has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. Now, going to verse 8. And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you have learned and received from me, everything you heard from me and saw me doing. Then the God of peace will be with you. That solved it right there. That matter of fact, that solved it 50% of the way. I was just like, I read it over and I read it over and I read it over. And when people look at the Bible, because let me show you my Bible. I have a few different version Bibles, but I be having to get them to understand. This is the NLT version. It looks really big. It looks really big, but it has sections for me to like write in it and take notes and things like that. So I had to get a different type of Bible. But when I read that, that was what? Philippians 4:4-9. That one section attacked and battled back those thoughts that the enemy was trying to put in my head. I'm not lying to y'all. Like it literally just set me straight. God, I am considerate in trying to help these women. I'm not only thinking about myself. I know that I have accountability. There is a purpose that I have to live up to in order to show other women that they can do the same thing. Boom, that's number one. The second thing, all that is good, all that is true. What is true is that God will fulfill all of my heart's desires as long as he gets the glory out of it. Now, why wouldn't he get the glory out of me being married? When marriage is something that God created. When he had Adam and Eve in Genesis, he created marriage. God created sex. You know, like he doesn't want us to feel ashamed about sex. He wants us to be able to contain sex in the right manner. It's not about, oh, no, you shouldn't do that because you're going to go to hell. That's not everybody's conviction. And sometimes we have to realize that. It was my conviction because I was unable to have a relationship with God and date men at the same time because I kept picking man over God. So God said, you know what, Tarjay, you don't know how to respect or utilize this gift that I created. Therefore, you shouldn't even be using it at all until you get married. And I'm going to take you through, I don't want to call it a punishment because singleness isn't punishment, but I'm going to take you through a season so that you can learn the true meaning of love, so that you're not associating love with a physical feeling of sex. So that reminded me right there, Philippians 4:4-9. When I had that anxiety, write that down. I promise you, it will get back to you and it will plant seeds. And even if you got to read it over and over and over again. So let me tell you the next thing that the app did. After I was done reading that Bible scripture, I went into the blog section. We have a Path to Proverbs blog. There are different blogs that Anastasia and myself have posted, as well as other ladies who end up donating their blogs. Ladies, you can publicize your blogs to the world if you want to help women. Download the MSCOC app so that you can find out more information. Anastasia, sometimes she and I will post stuff and she doesn't always know what I post and I don't always see what she posts, but she posted this blog about battling pain and anxiety. And she just posted it like less than 5 days ago. Less than 5 days ago, she posted this blog. I didn't even know about it. I went in there looking for a blog and I found it. And you know what? Reading her blog, she literally broke down 3 steps on what to do when you're having a panic attack or anxiety attack. I did those 3 steps. I felt so much better. Guys, that's not even the only thing that the MSCOC app offers. The MSCOC app also offers other resources. It offers resources about how to connect with other women. There is a purpose and prayer wall for sisters to chat about things. If you're going through a divorce, if you're going through a breakup, if you just got married and you want somebody to celebrate you, if you just answered the phone and now you find yourself in his parking lot and you shouldn't be going in, but you need somebody to talk you out of it. We have a prayer and purpose wall that keeps your information within the chat room. It is not meant to be on Facebook, Instagram for the world to condemn you and criticize you for the mistakes that you're making. That's why we created this app, so that ladies can come to it and be able to verbalize and express and be authentic and transparent about things that are bothering them. So the prayer and purpose wall is definitely something in the MSCOC app. The third thing that I didn't go to the prayer and purpose wall because I didn't have to take it there, but it was a resource that I could have used. The third thing that I did was I went to the suggestion circle. The suggestion circle is filled with sermons, various pastors. I'm not just talking about all the famous pastors. There are some really talented people out there that really know the word of God. Anybody can preach the word of God. I'm telling you, God can use you. You just have to be filled with his spirit and you have to believe in it. And the word has to be true. You have to show people, you have to apply it to your life in order to show people that it's real. It's authentic. People don't want to hear about your fake stories. People want to hear about people going through pain and how they got through it, or people that's going through pain and struggling with them. I'm one of those people that only want to listen to that. If you haven't been through anything, it's kind of hard to listen to you because it's like you're saying one thing, but your life reflects another. The suggestion circle is filled with songs, it's filled with sermons, it's filled with short, encouraging messages. You can just go through there and just plug in. All I had to do was listen to one song. And Anastasia put me on to this Christian rapper. I never was into Christian rappers until Anastasia, my business partner, kept talking about them. Trip Lee, he had this song on there. I don't even remember the name of it, but I listened to this song. Let me tell y'all how amped up I was after that. Number one, the first thing I did was I went into the app and I read the Bible. I read Philippians 4:4-9. The second thing that I did was I went into the Path to Proverbs blog and I read one blog that was talking about battling anxieties and pains and panic attacks. The third thing that I did was I jumped into the suggestion circle, and the suggestion circle basically that was like let me celebrate that I just beat the enemy in 15 minutes. Basically, that's what it was. But I had other resources as well. I had life courses available. I didn't even have to get to the life courses, but they were there if I needed them. I went to the I could have went to the prayer and purpose wall, and I could have been like, ladies, please pray for me. Like the enemy is attacking my mind right now. I don't gotta get too specific, but if I wanted to, I could have. It's just there are devotionals in there. There's just so much information. There's the link to get to the live sisterly podcast that Anastasia and I host every 6th and 4th Thursday of the month. It's so many resources for you to plug into. So there is no reason for you to feel like as a woman that you have no outlet, for you to feel like there's no one to help you. This app is available 24 hours a day. This is a global app. Women outside of the states can download this app and use this. Let me tell you, as a woman, the things that you're dealing with, there is another woman dealing with it or who's dealt with it. And we have to be open to seek that wisdom, ladies, so that we can find our way out of it. If we don't, we're only tripping ourselves out. So yes, download the MSCOC app. And this isn't just like a gimmick to try to get you to download the app. This is really to show you that this app truly helped me. And this was an app that Anastasia and I created for you. Like, it wasn't for me, it was for you. And it helped me. So if it can help me, and I'm in this battle with you of the pressures, anxieties, and fears of life and things, expectations, and of people just selling me hopeless dreams and fantasies. Like, I know that you're dealing with the same thing. I know that you are. And I said that I wasn't going to take too much time, but God had a word on my heart. So I want you ladies to know that I love you, that MSCOC is here for you. Be on the lookout for my ebook that should be dropping in the next few days. 7 things to not do when you want the ring. Yes, I know about rings because I had 3 of them, and look, ain't no ring on my hand. That's not nothing to brag about, but I am in a much better space that I promise you, when I get the next ring, because I know that I'm getting a next ring, I won't call it the 4th ring. I'll call it the ultimate ring, because I know that it was the right ring, the best ring, the only ring that I should have said yes to. And it'll be the ring that I get to say I do. I know that. I truly believe that in my heart, because God is showing me some things, and God is showing me the true characteristics of the men that are trying to come into my life, but I'm not even allowing them to, because I just don't have time to be grooming men. I don't. I've groomed enough men that probably other women are bearing the fruit of, and that's great. But God is truly showing me that this next time is going to be my time. And I just have to know how to walk in purpose with Him. And it's not about just walking with Him to get a ring. It's about walking with Him to glorify Him. And because I know that with Him, I can stay in His peace, and I can be protected from all the things that once hurt me. I will not go through those hurts again. Like, it ends. So ladies, this is your time to actually be honest with yourself about, what are you willing to give into? What are you willing to allow your soul to grow from, or go from? Like, you just really have to know what is for you. Download the MSCOC app. You can download it through the Apple Store or Google Play. I'm really excited that I have the YouTube working, and I have the Instagram Live. So I guess I'm just going to have to go live and get past this whole anxiety thing about being live. But I really like talking to y'all like this. And thanks for the love. Feel free to share this videos with your friends, with your guy friends as well, because everybody's dealing with anxiety. They really are. Like, the enemy out here trying to take our minds. Like, and I'm just trying to tell y'all that the MSCOC app is going to help you take it back. Like, I'm going to also do a video walking y'all through how to utilize the app, because a lot of people are asking Anna and I about, what is the royal court? How do I use this thing? And sometimes you just got to walk people through it. I'm a visual learner as well, so no problem whatsoever. I hope that y'all find it useful. Share this video. Tune in for the live sisterly podcast this Thursday. We're going to be hosting best-selling author and the financial coach, Chanel Chase. on her book, Pain, Process, Purpose, the 3 Ps defining your spiritual identity. You don't want to miss it. Chanel is a very, very, very dear friend of mine. And she also is a coach of mine that I've adopted. And I don't regret it, not one day. She is thebomb.com. And I'm telling y'all, you just want to plug into these ladies and these authors that we're hosting. We have more good news coming for y'all as well. We have at He Speaks Volumes, also known as Sean Archer. He wrote the book, The Art of Choosing. He's going to be on the podcast call. There's going to be a bonus call Wednesday, July 18th at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss that. We also have, hopefully you know about her, the spiritual life coach. It is Pastor Tanya Baker. She is one of the co-pastors for a church down in Texas. She's going to be on the call as well, talking about her book and about pain and healing through God on Thursday, July 19th at 8 p.m. We just have so many goodies coming for y'all that we know that we said the second and fourth Thursday of the month, but if we made y'all wait that long for all of these goodies, we'd probably lose y'all. So we want to give it to you all now. So this month, we're talking about turning pain into purpose. And I love that I had to experience that anxiety yesterday in order to show you how God is truly transforming my life. Let me know what you think about this. I love y'all. I really do. And thank y'all for allowing me to be so transparent with y'all about my scars, about my past. And I just look forward to what's to come. Definitely share this with your friends, your family, your girlfriends. Share it with your bosses. Share it with your daughters. I'm telling you, teenagers could use this advice because if somebody shared this stuff with me as a teenager, I would have avoided so many things. So yeah, let's have those talks with our young girls now. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. This is Tense Tuesdays with your girl Queen T. Follow me at The Real Tarjay. I'm talking to YouTube. And also be on the lookout for my ebook dropping in the next few days, 7 Things to Not Do When You Want the Ring. And be looking for my book this fall, 3 Rings and a Promise. That's my time, y'all. Take care. Let me end this YouTube first. All righty. And I love y'all always, Instagram.